Hello, everyone. As I lowered the music a bit, welcome to episode 19 of Dead Realms Season 3. It's been a while, I know, but scheduling and life, hey, stuff happens, but we're here now with episode 19. The cast is here and ready to start this combat. And let's start with a little recap, because in real time it's been almost a month since we last played. But you guys recently left the Giant Lands, paying your respects to Fi, but in the process losing Tangi as Tangi saved Tim's life amidst, some rushing water heading towards you guys. You guys exit the Giant Lands, fought some orcs, and continued your path southward, now having the item you need to end this curse. You guys ran into I think you guys ran into some NPCs. I don't remember, but the audience will probably know at this point. But needless to say, you guys are trying to go to Ogram, which is Tim's village, just to check status on them. Along the way, you guys see another path towards another village that is named, as I am trying to refer to my notes from the last session, Rudrum. You come to the village to find a very horrid sight, and we're going to show the audience here real quick of what the map looks like. And then seeing this giant ogre-sized type of individual wearing basically skin for armor, using his crossbow against your ox blue. And now I must ask you guys to roll initiative for me, please.
Pulling out these motherfucking dice.
15.
10.
Alright. 15, 10. Alright, let me roll for the man Skinner here.
What a fucking name. Man Skinner.
Yeah.
Just.
He's just a chill guy.
He's just out here vibing, you know?
Right.
Like.
I rolled a 16 on my initiative, so I believe I did roll the highest. I think this is the second time in the campaign that I've rolled higher. Alright. So the man Skinner is just gonna reel in Blue here. He'll then pull out Meat Cleaver and attack Blue. And he hits.
Does the cow die?
The cow does indeed die, unfortunately,
Yes.
as, like a butcher with his knife, just cleaves the head off of Blue. And he has this weird ecstatic look, as if he just took in some ecstasy, as he indulges in the killing of your oxen. It is now your guys' go. What would you like to do?
I would like to mourn the loss of our beloved ox, but I don't think we have time for that right now. I'm gonna move and then cast flamethrower. I think I actually have to move in.
Yeah, you do have to move in for that.
I gotta move in uncomfortably close. Okay, I can't get there in one turn, so I'll move up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll cast a elemental shot at this guy.
Cool. Make an attack roll, my friend.
Alright, with pleasure.
Alright. While Tim rolls, what are you two doing?
A 9.
It does not hit, unfortunately. You do
Blows.
You do an elemental bolt, however, the shot goes wide as you see the shock of how, crazy this guy looks after killing your oxen. It throws your game off a bit as the shot is tossed but missed.
Okay, and the multi-attack lets me take another of those, right?
That's only for melee and range weapon attacks, not
okay,
with
I
spellcasting,
figured.
unfortunately.
Alright. That's turn then.
Alright. Lavina, Dalvin, which one of you two would like to go next?
I can't do much. I'm far away, and my crossbow was given to Fi, so I have no ranged weapons. So, I 3 spaces. So 3 spaces on owlbear is how many feet?
So if you try to spend your so each square is 1 space. I don't know if you can see the squares or not, but how many spaces
Very
can you
hard
move
for me
again?
to see.
3 spaces.
3. Yeah,
Okay.
so I'll probably just use my dash actions. They probably.
So you could
run
probably
out.
get to like around where like blue, like in front of blue, but that's how far you could get.
I won't get in front, but probably right here.
Okay. Yep.
That's all I can do.
That sounds good. Lavina, what would you like to do?
Um, because both of the boys are in front of me, I'm gonna cast Empowerment on the 2 of you.
Okay.
I'm gonna maintain concentration for as long as I can. Y'all get to add a D4 to all of your D20 rolls.
All right. So,
And I'm just gonna, like, stay in the back lines, just keeping an eye on the boys.
all right. I'm gonna put some tokens on you guys to indicate that. Alrighty. Cool beans. All right. So now it's the Van Skinner's go. Oh, I don't want to move blue. After he slains blue, he'll just walk through and says, "You know what goes with ox, dwarf," and he will walk towards you. He will then grab his. Actually, what he's gonna do is he's gonna pull out from his side a chained wicked hook. And he's gonna try to reel you in, Dalvin. So he's gonna have to make an attack roll with his chain hook. So let me roll for that. Let's see, and he rolls a 13 to hit.
13. What is my armor class again? Oh, my movement. It's 1 plus my. That's 13 exactly.
13 exactly. All right. So you'll be taking half damage from it because I just hit your evasion. So you'll be taking 5 piercing damage, and then he'll use this reaction to move closer to him 3 spaces.
Alright, can I use my reaction for my
Your retaliating attack. Let me see how far I can move you real quick.
Does he pull me in close enough?
1, 2, 3. No, unfortunately, he does not. Unless your weapon has range.
No, it does not.
Unfortunately, it does not. So he reels you in, and he pulls you in as part of that same, as a reaction of you just pulling. And just want to make sure if it doesn't do anything. Yep, that's all that it does. All right, what's your guys' turn?
All right. I'm gonna move
Alright,
in.
I'm gonna run in
and
and swing.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. What did you say, Ethan?
I'm gonna cast flamethrower. So, but I think I can still avoid you because he's so big.
All right. All right. So you're gonna cast flamethrower, right?
Yep, he's got to make a DC 15 agility check.
Okay. Agility. He only has a +1. I rolled a 19.
Damn it.
So I'll take
He
half
passes.
damage.
Okay.
And this is a level 1 spell or a level 2 spell?
Level 1 spell.
Okay. You deal 5
11
points of damage.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool beans. So you cast the flamethrower spell, and as you do, you stumble a bit as you move forward towards the Manskinner, and in doing so, the Manskinner is easily to avoid some of the damage dealt by the flamethrower attack. Alright. And Dalvin, you said you wanted to take a swing, right?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack. Oof. It's a natural 1. Would you like to fate die it?
I'm gonna fake die that. Yes,
Alright.
Can I still use empowerment for that?
Yeah. Oof.
Oh.
It does not hit, unfortunately. As you were pulled forward, a bit of flesh was scraped off, and as it does, and as you move closer, you see that he actually licks the blood off his hook, and this wavers you a bit. And as you try to make your hits, it just throws your game off.
Alright, well, I still got a second attack.
You do have a second attack.
Don't forget your D4s.
Yep, that's a natural 20. Let's go.
There we go.
What do I roll again? Take it. It's been so
It's
long.
don't it. You roll the damage dice and you times it by 2.
There it is. Thank you. Damage dice.
Mhm.
Plus 6.
10.
So
So
20
20
points.
points of damage. Nice. All right. You were once, timid about approaching, but you start your dwarven pride wouldn't hold that down. So you decide then just to say, screw it, I'm gonna go after this dude, and you critically hit him right in his stomach. And as you pull out your pickaxe, blood's starting to leak from the manskinner. He's actually showing some, for the first time, not excited about pain, but actual feeling pain at this point in time. Lavina, what would you like to do? Would you like to maintain concentration on your spell?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move up so they stay within my range.
Okay, it's all fine by me. Alrighty. Next, the man skinner, is going to grab his cleaver, and he's gonna make 2 attacks against you, Dalvin, because you critically hit him. The first one is a 21 to hit, which I'm assuming hits,
Yes.
and a 17 to hit, which I'm assuming it hits as well.
Yes.
He takes the cleaver and then he slashes you for a total of 16 points of slashing damage, and you also have the bleeding condition, which means that you'll take 2 points of damage at the start of each of your turns until you spend an action to basically heal off a wound. So he slashes you twice, and along with the second shot, he targets the same area where he chain hooked you, and now blood is starting to spew nonstop. So that's going to be the man
Use
skinner.
armor slot for that one.
Okay. You could definitely reduce the damage if you wish. Alrighty. It is now your guys' turn. What do you guys like to do?
Alright, I'm swinging twice again.
Alright, make your attack. See if you hit.
Oh, wait, sorry. Can I use my reaction for retaliating attack since I'm close this time?
If you do, you can. However, you won't be able to reduce damage, because that requires a reaction to reduce the damage.
Okay. Then I'll just reduce the damage. I'll just attack.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Alright, and the second attack. And 9 does not.
It does not, no. So you hit once, which is good.
9 plus 6, 15 points of damage.
Alright, you deal 15 points of damage. You use. You slash at a different side of his stomach and deal piercing damage to its stomach. As you try to go for the second one, he dodges it out of the way. Alright. Tim, Lavina, what would you two like to do?
I'm gonna cast Flamethrower again. Make an agility check.
Alrighty.
I like my chances.
I failed it.
There we go. Alright, so I get 3d6 on the damage.
Mm-hmm. Oof, that's good damage.
12 damage.
Alright.
I'll stay put.
Nice.
You cast a flamethrower spell. This time, it's proven to be more effective, as part of this creature's skin armor is now burning, and he is now screeching in reaction towards the burning sensation on his skin. Would you like to move, by the way, gentlemen? Or would you like to stay in place? Alright. Lavina, what would you like to do?
How is Dalvin looking? Is he looking like a little bit of hands?
He's bleeding a lot.
Yep, figured. Cool.
No, I'm fine.
Are you? Lavina's gonna give you a really hard look.
Yeah. It's a scratch.
Lavina shouts across the field. If you take another brutal hit, I'm fucking coming over there. And man, let's see. I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess that's my move. I'll just cast message and being like, "Are you sure you're good?" Like, and then Dal would be like,
Okay.
"Yeah, I'm good."
If
So,
you do that, you will drop concentration.
oh, fuck me, really?
Yeah.
That's fair. I'll hold it. We'll have this conversation chatting across the field. I'll just,
Alright.
again, like, I'm just gonna
It's all
move
good.
a few,
Sure.
some feet forward. I'm gonna stay
So how
behind,
much damage do I take?
right, just in defense.
You take 2 points of damage at the start of each of your turns. Alrighty. The man skinner gets to go. He will pull out a weird, wicked looking javelin, and he's gonna toss it right at you, Lavina.
Wait, how many hands does he have? He has a cleaver.
He has a cleaver. He put a.
Javelin.
Yeah, so right now he's just put away his hook, and he's gonna toss a javelin. Alright, so let me roll. I didn't roll great. Do I roll an 11 to hit?
Look. Miss.
Miss? Ugh. So, recoiling from the pain of the attacks, his aim goes a little awry and is past you. This crazy wicked javelin that is barbed and that seems to be grounded in place. Mainly, let me draw, like right about here. Then he's gonna move closer to you. He then says to you, "You get your strength from her. She shall be the first then." And he will basically 1, 2, 3. That's really all that he can do, unfortunately, movement wise. But it seems like he's getting closer and closer to you, Lavina. Tim, Dalvin, Lavina, what do you do as you see this hulking beast charging up towards Lavina?
How, really quick, I'm sorry, how big is this? Like, is it like the spear him sized, or is it like something like I could pick up?
Him sized.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's
Definitely can't
big.
do that.
He's about like 15, he's about 15, 18 feet tall. He's a big
Yeah.
boy.
This motherfucker is big. Okay, I'm gonna let you boys go first while I figure out what I want to do, because that changes things.
Can I run at him and specifically try to target his Achilles?
Sure. Are you trying to like slow his movement down a bit?
Yes.
Okay.
No, actually, how's he looking? Like, is he?
He's
am I
looking
really
hurt.
spoken- I'm-
He's looking hurt. I mean, he took some fire. He took some piercing from you. One of them being a crit, but he's looking hurt. He's not like on the edge of death or anything like that.
Yeah, let me try to target his Achilles then.
All right. So if you do hit, and if you roll enough damage, I'll say that if you do a certain amount of damage, you'll be able to slow him down for the turn. All right. So go ahead and make your attack. The 12 will not hit.
22.
22 will hit. See how much damage you do.
8 plus 6
Excuse me.
is 14.
14. All right, that's enough damage. You target his Achilles here. Now, as it does, his Achilles tendons go haywire, and you know the veins and stuff is sticking out, and there's blood all over his Achilles. So you are able to slow him down for this turn. So he'll only move half his speed this turn. All right, Tim, Lavina, what would you two like to do?
I'm gonna step forward and do the same thing pretty much. I'm gonna try to hit him near the same spot.
Okay.
Seemed like that was working. I'm gonna hit him with my Morning Star. This is actually the first melee attack I've ever made.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
8.
Does not hit.
And then I get a second attack.
You do.
7.
Oh, unfortunately, it does not work. There's so much blood spraying all over the place, it kind of messes with your aim a bit as you try to hit the same spot. However, the man Skinner instinctively moves his injured leg out of the way of your attacks.
Dang. Well, it was
All
worth
right.
a try.
All right, Lavina, what are you doing?
Man, this dude's closing in.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I think we've agreed. Didn't we agree that if I teleport, I don't drop concentration, or do I?
You do not.
Okay. Sweet. Say even fucking less. The second this man starts making his way to me, Lavina's gonna flip him off, and then she's gonna appear right behind Dalvin and Tim.
All right, so you use your movement action to teleport. Teleport right in front of him. He's looking extremely mad now that you did that.
Yeah, fuck him.
Would you still like to maintain concentration?
Yup.
All right.
Unless Dalvin takes a really sizable hit, or Tim just gets his shit fucked up. I'm trying to help these guys out. There are heavy hitters.
I got you. Alrighty. He's mad. And then he'll move a little bit over here.
Oh.
And then he's going to attack you twice with the cleaver.
God damn it.
A dirty 20 will hit.
Yeah.
And a natural 20 will definitely hit.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you're going to take a grand total of... One second. I'm
I'm gonna tell you right now, if it's over 18, I'm down. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
It could be. It could be depending how... I'm going to elect to roll for this critical hit. Because it does kind of matter.
Could I do anything to jump in front?
Okay. You could definitely use your reaction to interrupt. Which hit would you like to take? The critical hit or the regular hit?
Can I take both?
You could only take one.
I'll take the crit.
Alright, cool. Let me roll for the crit first. In that case, Lavina, you only take 8 points of slashing damage, and you now have the bleeding condition. So you'll lose 2 hit points at the start of each of your turns. I need you to also make a concentration check, which is a Fortitude save DC 10.
Okay, cool. So.
Okay,
Dirty
you maintain
20.
concentration. Alrighty. So for you, Dalvin, let me see here. You will be taking. You'll be taking max damage, a grand total of 20 slashing. As he closes in on the distance with a grin smile, he tries to cleave at you, and he looks like he's going to hit it with malicious intent. However, Dalvin jumps in the way and takes the big hit right across his chest to where now his chest is bleeding at this point in time. And then as he's reeling his hand back with his cleaver, he hits and strikes you right onto the shoulder. Alrighty. It is now your guys' turn. Dalvin, Lavina, you both take 2 points of damage from the bleeding condition.
Cool. So I have a. Hold on. Let me look at this, because as an action. Sweet. Okay. Dalvin, you're gonna have to hold on for one more round, if you can. I want to use my Staff of Purification, so to remove the. Can I do that? Remove the bleeding condition from both Dalvin and I?
Yes, you can
Sweet.
definitely do that. Alright.
Yup. So it's 1d4, what is it? Plus 1. So.
Yep. So as you use your Staff of Purification, you are able to cleanse the wounds that this thing has dealt to you, stopping the ongoing bleeding. As you drop your concentration on your spell and heal both yourself and Dalvin a bit.
Would like to back up.
You could definitely do that.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me double check. 5 spaced circles centered on me. Am I still within those 5 spaces? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Perfect.
Yep. Cool. Alrighty. Dalvin, Tim, what would you two like to do?
2 attacks.
And what does I heal for?
I don't think you heal. It just you're no longer bleeding out.
Yeah, you're not bleeding out. That's good. Alright, the 2 will miss, unfortunately. Oh my god, the luck here. Would you like to fate roll that?
No, I want to save that in case my life is in danger.
Alright, that's all good. You are trying to hit with your Morning Star, however, it seems that this creature is actively avoiding attacks.
For being 20 feet tall, he's surprisingly hard to hit.
Alright, Dalvin, what would you like to try to hit?
Yeah, Dalvin's gonna rage first because Dalvin is on death's door.
All right.
And I will attack twice. Do I still have empowerment?
No, that's gone now. She had to drop it to remove the
Okay.
bleeding condition.
Okay, fair enough. Oops,
Right.
that's not what I
Yep, but
wanted.
if you
Okay,
hit,
cool.
you deal double the damage dice because you're in a rage state.
Yes, I know that.
All right.
I only have one round left.
Oh no, that's a nat one. But you got 2 attacks.
Yeah.
The 19 will hit.
19 hit?
Yeah, it does hit.
Nice. 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. All right. As you are angrily attacking this creature with all your might, as you do so, you are striking this creature down. You miss initially with the first one, but then as you swing your pickaxe again, you deal damage to the same piercing strike that you did with the critical hit, dealing massive damage. At this point, this creature is bloody now. He has a half his hit points.
Oh, okay.
All right, Tim and Davlin, would you two like to move?
No, this is how we go. Or how I go.
Alrighty. He will attack you twice with the cleaver, then Dalvin. First attack is an 18 to hit.
That does it.
Second attack is a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Alright, he'll hit you once. You shall take 8 points of slashing damage and once again have the bleeding condition as he slashes you with the cleaver.
I can use my reaction for another armor die. Yes.
Yes, you can.
Another armor slot.
Alright, you are able to reduce some of the damage. However, he is once again affecting that wound that was once healed, and now the bleeding now starting to begin more progressively threatening. And now he will go over here and try to move closer to Lavina. What is your guys' turn? What do you guys do?
2 more final attacks from me.
Same.
Alright, make your attacks, gentlemen.
Oh, sorry. 19 to hit does hit.
Yep.
Fucking 9.
Oh no! Come on, Tim. There you go.
Hey,
There's the hit. Alright. Valen?
19 and a 12, okay.
The 19 hits. Both of you hit once. Alright.
22 points of damage.
Nice. That's good.
10.
10? Okay. Would you like to use any of... Okay, never mind.
Yeah, my burst dice? Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally want
Would you
use
like
my
to?
burst dice.
Hell yeah.
I can only use one at a time, right?
Yes.
Okay. 2, so 12
2.
total.
That's cool. Alright. You guys put a lot of energy into your attacks, dabbling with your rage, hitting this creature's back as his back is turned, and you, Tim, now landing a good hit on this creature using some of that radiant power, hitting this creature down. Looks like he could go down in one more hit. Lavina, what are you doing in this instance? You see that the creature's weak. He is crouched a bit. Looks like he could go down in one more big hit.
Yeah. I mean, let me look at this. Let me look at my shit. Let me look at this.
Please.
Oh god. I'm gonna do one that's basically a guaranteed. People are gonna get help, and this dude's gonna take some kind of damage regardless. Because he's fucking up my friend, he's about to fuck my shit up again. I'm gonna use my 3rd level ability. I wish I could tell you I remember what I named it as. But I'm gonna replace my aura, and everybody's gonna gain 10 health points, and this motherfucker's gonna lose 10 if he loses a fort check against my spell save.
Alright, see. Well, I'm good at that. So what's the save DC I need to make?
Let me look. Either way, even if he does success, he's still gonna take half damage. So like,
It's good.
16.
16. All right. I'm gonna roll on Albert just for the sake of tension. All right.
I'm also gonna do my 1d4 plus 1
Yep. Go ahead and do that.
for 2 rounds.
All right. So, okay. He has a +5 to this. So let's see how good I do. See if I beat a 16. I rolled an 18 on the dice.
Fucker, it's okay. He's still gonna take 5 fucking. He's still gonna lose 5 hit points regardless. So
That is good. He does take that. He's looking like he could go down as he is now coughing up some black ichor blood from his mouth as you are draining some of the life out of him and using getting rid of all the negative energies and I guess the blackness of his soul and using that to heal yourself and your friends while doing so is now taking this creature down a peg. Alright. He's gonna turn around. He's gonna look at you, Lavina, with ill intent, and then he's gonna try to hit you with the cleaver. I just rolled a critical hit.
cool.
So I'm gonna just do this one at a time then, in that case. You take...
I can use my reaction to take it instead.
Sure, you can definitely do that.
I was like, I was like, we all just got like a bunch of health back if we had lost
Yeah.
any at all.
But I haven't been hit this encounter yet, so I can take one.
Oh, cool. Because
You take 18 points of slashing damage.
Oh, that
Alright.
would have I would have been knocked straight on my ass.
Second attack against Tim. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And I'm gonna deal 8 points of slashing damage.
I go down. I
Ugh.
have 6 HP.
Oh no!
It's okay. Don't
It's
worry about
alright.
it. It's fine.
It's alright. There's still a chance. Alright. As this monster, for a lack of a better term, turns around and tries to cleave at you, Lavina, you are a bane of his existence. You're the reason why you and your allies are still alive. It looks like he's gonna slam you down with a big hit. However, Tim steps out of the way and takes both hits as he blocks the hits and goes down. What, Lavina, Dalvin, what are you two doing?
Gonna try to swing twice.
Alright, they can attack roll.
If it's the top of the round, Tim's gonna get 10 points.
Alright,
I think immediately.
yep.
Oh, sweet.
He gets back up. Yep. So he gets attack normal. The 4 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay, well he takes another 5. So
Yes.
Dirty 20 does hit.
30, 20 down.
See how much damage you do.
17 points.
17. Alright. Dalvin, how would you like to defeat this man Skinner?
Yeah.
As he knocks down Tim, I just want to take my pickaxe. I kind of keep picking at his feet until he like crumbles down, and then just aim for his head.
Alright. As you see your comrade Tim go down, saving Lavina, your rage intensifies. As you do, you know you cannot lose another friend this day. You rush up towards the man Skinner and use your pickaxe to slam against the already injured Achilles tendon of the man Skinner, and it takes him down onto his hands and knees. And as you do, you pull the pickaxe up, and then as you recoil from pulling the pickaxe up, you instantly slam it down to the side of this creature's head, and it collapses to the ground, covered in this dark reddish blackish blood. Your rage intensifies as this creature has now fallen. There'll be no more friends dying today. And as you're slowly starting to calm down, you see Lavina, with the power of her ability, bring back Tim back up. And now you are now sated to know that you have not lost another friend this day to this monster. And that ends the combat.
That was a
boy.
close one.
Oh boy. I would like
That one dropped to the floor.
immediately. Yeah, the first thing Lavina's gonna do is she's gonna like step over Blue, holding Tim by his collar, and she's gonna stretch out and grab Dalvin by his collar, and she's gonna yank both of them to her side,
Mm-hmm.
and is just gonna cast. I'm gonna cast because I'm worried about the boys and I refuse to lose anybody. I'm gonna cast mass healing
Mass healing. All right.
for 2d10 plus 5 because you guys took some pretty big hits
Six
and
screens.
y'all got me fucked up if I'm about to be losing you. 4, 6, 8, 10. 2d10. What is it? What did I say? Plus 5?
Yeah.
5.
Right.
18 points of healing for both of you.
Nice.
I'm at full health now.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right. As you guys recoil from the combat and start to calm down, after some brief heals, you look towards your former mount, who has guided you halfway through the northern parts of the halfway part through the Gulf. You look at your friend dead, headless, blood covered all over, inhumanely killed. But there is some solace in that the monster is now who has done this to Blue is now gone and will not do any more harm to anyone else.
I know we
Blue
said we
deserves-
wouldn't eat Blue, but what are we gonna do?
I mean, we're not really hard pressed for food, are we? It was like a
I don't know
necessity.
how much farther do we have to go?
My
If
town
we
is
get
like,
another fight like that.
yeah. My town is like just up the street. It's not that far. Like it's like less than a day away. We said already.
On the mountain, yeah.
Oh fuck.
No.
Shit. Okay, so
But
maybe
now it'll
it's
probably take a full day now.
okay. Still not too bad. I mean, if we have enough rations, I don't know. I'd be okay with it if it was a necessity, but I think we should give Blue the proper rights and just burn the corpse like we have with all our other friends.
Alright. Well, we should at least burn it, because leaving it here is the stupidest thing we could do. Especially if
Agreed.
your town's only a day away.
Yep.
Alright. So I'm assuming you're burning Blue's corpse.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone would like to say a few words. Feel free.
No, thanks, Blue. This is real crappy that we weren't able to act fast enough to save you.
You didn't deserve this.
Lavina, how are you reacting to this situation?
Normally, Lavina would give a prayer and do all these things, but she kind of just like she pulled out some like really big guns to keep these two up. So she's, I think, really just feeling depleted, and she's just gonna place a hand on like his like haunch, I guess,
Okay.
and like I guess do like a silent prayer. She's just fucking exhausted.
Right. Exhausted, beaten, you say your final words to Blue, and as you do, give Blue a proper funeral as you burn the corpse of your mount that has taken you from the mountain on back into the Gulf and helping you cross through majority of the Upper Gulf's lands. What do you guys do now?
I need to
found
find
this.
out. Yeah, I gotta find out what happened back at home. I don't expect much more than this, but I still need to see it.
All right.
Understood.
All right. So you guys leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a guy called Man Skinner has much in his house beyond the skin of men.
Fair enough.
He doesn't seem like he exactly hoards things, except again for the skin of men.
All right. At this point, we
So
no
you know what?
longer
I'm gonna
need.
check us out with javelin. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
okay.
I don't have any. I don't have any range anything.
All right. So you find 3 twisted javelins. They are his size though, so they are quite large. I would say with you, Dowling, you would probably be able to maybe carry 2 of them, but you'll definitely be able to carry 1, but 2 could pose a challenge.
I'll take one.
Okay. You have a twisted javelin. Um, it deals 1d6 plus your strength for piercing, and if you hit a creature, it has the restraint condition, which means they cannot move and must only use their action to try to get out of the condition, which is good for locking down people and all that stuff. All right. Is there anything else you would like to loot from this man Skinner, or are you good?
That's it.
Okay.
I mean,
Cool.
does he have any gold?
Say again?
Does he have any gold on him?
He does not, unfortunately.
He doesn't need gold. He needs skin.
He needs skin and meat.
I'm just checking. just checking.
Alright. At this
Yeah,
point,
no, just the one job.
gotcha. At this point, we no longer need Owlbear Rodeo. You guys begin to travel now on foot to, uh, excuse me, to Tim's town of Algrim. You guys continue eastward on foot, and you guys spend a huge bulk of the day just trying to go back up to the crossroads and crossing the other crossroads, heading to Algrim. Once you get out of the valley, the sun is slowly beginning to set. You guys then begin to make camp. Um, you guys were able to find some tinder, some dead branches, some dead trees, and all that. And you're able to make a fire, setting up some tents. You guys, a little hurt, a little beaten, and Tim, you could probably uh, confidently guess that you'll probably be able to make it to your village towards the tail end of tomorrow. But for now, you guys must rest. What do you guys talk as you guys are preparing some food for the evening?
This is hard, man. Life is hard.
Yeah, no. I mean, we started out with like 7. I mean, it could have been 8 of us. It would have been much easier that. It's all my fault that it's only 3 of us now.
For the first time in hours, you see Lavina 8 move. She's just been moving in relative silence this whole time, and slowly her head lifts up and she looks straight at you and she's like, "Don't you dare say that about yourself. You, much like I and Tim here, have done, and Blue and Tangy and Sam and Ladle, we have all done our absolute best to make it through this world. The fact that we woke up after 50 fucking years and we're still doing it, don't let that weight sit on your shoulders, Dalvin. You can't do it all alone. We're genuinely just doing our best. I wouldn't be here today without you or Tim. You stepped, not only today, but you have stepped in front of me so many times just to take an extra hit. Like, this is a group effort. And their memories will always be honored and they will never be forgotten. Don't let that sit on you like that. You deserve better than that, Dalvin.
I appreciate it. I just miss them. This entire thing does suck, like Tim said.
It does suck, but I mean, at least it doesn't have to suck alone.
Yeah, but Tim's wife better be there. I need at least one good story out of all this.
I hope so.
Hey Tim, what does your wife look like?
She's got about the same skin color as me. She's a little bit darker. She's got blonde hair, and the last time I saw her, it was quite long, but who knows how that's changed now. She's a little bit shorter than me, but not that much.
Do
She's
you think
probably
she
by
know
the
that
water.
here is kind of not pragmatic in this kind of environment?
Yeah, like, if shit hits the fan, which obviously it has, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she got a haircut for practical reasons. But
Hey,
she's probably by the water somewhere. She loved the water.
yeah. Tim, how many kids were in your... You noticed we never ran into kids throughout this entire journey.
Yeah, we were trying for children, and it's a little fuzzy now. But I think she was pregnant. I don't remember whatever happened to that. If I fell asleep or lost the memory or what. There might be kids. There might be a little me when we go to that town. I don't know. I mean, there better only be one kid, because any more can't be explained.
I mean, it's the apocalypse. I mean, apocalypse makes for strange bedfellows.
Yeah, literally. I guess. I guess that's just my hope.
Better hope your wife's not with your best friend or something.
Yeah, I
That'd
don't
be
know what
terrible.
I hope more. Are they all dead, or are they? I don't. That's. I guess I'd rather just find out.
I thought you said you wanted a good story out of this. Don't put that thought
Yeah,
into it. You just like lean over like a cover. Don't fucking say that.
All right. The rest of the night goes uneventful. You guys are attentive as you guys take turns taking watch. You could all remove one ration or separate however you wish. But nonetheless, the rest of the night goes uneventful. As the rays of the sun wake you up the following day, you have all rested at this point. You can roll hit die to see how much hit points you regain, and for the case of Tim and Lavina, you get to roll a d4 to see how much spell points you regain. While you're rolling dice, you guys gather your things, pack your equipment up, and begin to continue the track down towards the village of Ogrim. As you guys are traversing along the land, I want all of you to roll a d6.
How are the trees doing? Are they still alive and green, or are they all dead and withered?
The trees so far, you haven't made it to the village yet, but so far it's just mainly dead land.
I got a 5.
5? Okay. Dalvin, Lavina.
3.
I got a 5 too.
3 and a 5. Let's see what happens. Roll a 1. You guys continue your track. It's a long, hot day as you begin to traverse. For a second, you think you might be seeing mirages, but as you get closer to town, you see that it's not a mirage. In fact, Tim, what you see is that your village, which was like, not covered with borders, no fences or anything else of that sort, now is walled up. But what is walled up inside seems to be most of the greenery that you remember that is still intact.
Thank God. Oh, thank God. What a welcome sight. They could be alive in there. They could be alive in there.
You guys continue forward. As you do see on the wooded fences of the top, as you get closer to the gate, you hear, "Hold on, stop where you are." And you look up and you see a couple of orcs holding crossbows towards you. It says, "Who are you three lots? And why are you here?"
I'm Tim and I live here.
Tim.
Who are you?
God damn it. Let me think here for a sec.
What do you mean? What kind of? You don't have a name on the ready?
No. I am Ugard. Why do you come here, Tim?
I live here, or I lived here, I guess. It's been 50 years since I've been back. I fell asleep in a cave and
Tell
I
me the
woke
name
up.
of your family member.
My name is Tim Farkle. My wife is Delilah Farkle. Is she alive?
The the orcs like whisper themselves like, very well. She is very much alive. You have
God. Thank
open
God.
the gates. The gates are then opened. We got a brother making his return. Alright, and the gates open and you enter. And throughout your adventure thus far in this world, Tim, you've seen nothing but tragedy, death, sad moments. For once in a long, long while, you feel solace and hopeful that the home that you originally left is still remained intact. There's some orcs fishing along the river. There's still craftsmanship going on within the orc community. There's still child orcs walking around playing. As you look around, you don't initially see your wife, but you do know one thing about your wife. She's always by the river.
Let's go to the river.
As you go to the river, I'm assuming Tim just quickly rushes towards it.
No question. Yep.
You quickly rush over. Lavina, Dalvin, I'm assuming you catch up, and as you do, you go to the spot that you and your wife always sit down at by the river. You see a strange sight. You see a elderly woman in a rocking chair close to the sea that your wife and yourself once stood. Shorter, silver hair.
It's you.
What? Who goes there?
My name is Tim.
She
Tim
turns.
Farkle.
You turn around, and Tim. There's no question about it. This is your wife, Delilah, but she's older now. 50 years older. You see that her long blonde hair is now reduced to her short silver hair. You see that as she tries to stand in recognition of you, she's struggling a bit to get up. She rubs her eyes saying, "Is that you, my husband? Is that you, Tim, or am I seeing things again?"
It's me. I'm back. I'm back. It took me so long, but I'm back.
But you still look the same as you left. How
I don't
is
know
that
why.
so?
I don't know. I don't understand any of this. I'm so confused.
Uh, um, so what do? You hug her, kiss her? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna hug her.
Alright. She hugs back. The one strength you felt from your wife's hug is a little depleted strength wise, but still good enough to get a good grasp hug around you. And she says, "Many things have changed since you left, my love." She coughs a bit. She says, "Well, for one thing, I can't really stand as long as I could." And she sits back down in her rocking chair. "Oh, but this world has definitely changed. You probably saw what happened, but that still doesn't explain why you're still good looking."
There's that sense of humor. I really don't know. I woke up in a cave. I don't know how I got there. My friends with me, I'm sure that they'll catch up at some
she
point.
she she now pays attention to Dalvin and Lavina.
Yeah.
Dalvin, Lavina, you do see Tim like hugging and embracing what seems like to be an elderly woman.
They woke up in a different cave, and there were others that didn't make it here. Uh, we met a gnome ghost. I don't really know, but I found you.
Well, I'm glad that you have returned, but now there's more stuff you gotta do now. When you left, I had a baby boy by the name of Rugar, and then he married and wed his wife, Lauren, and now they have 5 children.
No way. That's wonderful. So
Yes,
wonderful.
you got a lot of catching up to do.
Yes, I
You're a
do.
grandpa now.
I don't feel like it.
Well, you are, and that's something that you gotta get used to.
Yes. It's so good to see you.
It
I
is
can't wait to meet them.
it is lovely to see you. Now come. You gotta come and meet them. You gotta meet your son Rugar, his wife Lauren, and your 5 grandchildren. And you see that she tries to get up. "Oh no, just hold me like you used to, and I'll lead you the way."
Oh, I will.
Hey, you do so. Dalvin, Lavina, how do you two reacting to this entire situation?
But Dalvin wants to kind of while Tim and his wife are reconnecting and talking. Talk to Levine and says, "I don't think we can take Tim with us past this point. He has too much catching up to do."
Lavina looks at him for a minute, and she kind of like glances. I imagine like they've like taken space from Tim just
Yeah.
to like leave, like so he can have that intimate moment
Sure.
back with his wife. And she's like, I agree, but I don't think there's any way in hell Tim would let us go. Would let us leave without him or be stable. You know what I mean? Like there's. I agree with you, but from what I've begun to learn about
We're
Tim
gonna have to sneak
and
away for his sake.
Dalvin, you
Yes,
really, after all of this, are you?
you want to take him away to try to save the world with his wife already old? He's lost so much time already. The world can wait because he's already lost it enough.
never forgive us, Dalvin.
Yeah, but I mean, if we fail, then the world ends anyway. At least you'll spend it with her. I say we go tonight.
Lena kind of like glances over her shoulder again. Imagine seeing them kind of like walk off to wherever they're going. Like they're, the distance is growing. In Lavina's heart, I think she kind of like reaches up and like grips her chest a little bit. She goes, I've never known a love that great until I met the two of you. I don't think I could bear being separated from either of you. Dalvin, as much as Tim is lost and he has found his home again, I don't think I could bear another loss. Tangy was ripped from our arms. Sam literally fell from a building in front of my fucking face. You two are the greatest loves I have known in my life, and I am not prepared to just leave him here. And I'm not gonna let you go alone either, so...
I never said I was going alone. That is suicide. That is suicide.
We should at least give him the option.
Yeah, let's talk to Tim tonight.
Alright.
Lavina's gonna pull Dalvin into a hug. She's
Okay.
gonna kind of drop down to his height, and she's just gonna give him a really strong hug. She goes, even if Tim wants to come with us and you're not willing to let him join, I will go with you. But it doesn't mean I'll like it. I'm not about to lose either of you. She's gonna give like a final squeeze.
Dalvin hugs her back. Doesn't really say anything because he's still kind of trying to think this whole thing through. There's a lot of emotions in this.
That's fair. Alright. Tim, you reach your family home. You get to meet your grandkids. There's total of 5 of them. 2 boys and 3 girls. Ajax, Orin, Vasa, Grenna, and Saffron. You do get to meet your daughter-in-law, Loren, who stays at home, takes care of the kids, that type of thing. But you have not seen your son. The son that your wife, had while you were away. He is nowhere to be found. After you look around the village, seeing some old colleagues and what have you, and asking about your son Rugar, you do get word of that he is fishing along the back end of the village. You go up to the back of the village and you see a resemblance, almost not necessarily a direct reflection of you, but clearly this orc who is fishing, average build, what is your character's age? Would you like to say?
So I'm like,
Minus the 50 years, of course.
yeah, so I'm like 32.
All right. He is roughly around the same age as you, and he is fishing.
That's crazy.
He is fishing, and you see that he is resembling you. This is your son Rugar, who has never met his father, and you have never met your son. What do you do?
I'm gonna walk up to him and say, "What kind of bait are you using?" I'm gonna start just by talking about fishing.
I kind of use whatever the last of the cheese I was able to find. They make some good, decent baits when it comes to river fishing.
Catch anything today?
I caught a big fish in the sack there. Should be enough to feed some of us, but I'm trying to go for a second or maybe second one, just so that we have enough for everyone and a little bit to go around for the kids.
here, let me help you out, and I'll pull out my fishing pole, and
Okay.
I'll rig up, and I'll start fishing with him.
Okay. You start fishing with him, and he says, kind of looks at you weirdly. Says, "It's strange. You seem to,
It's,
we seem to look a lot alike. Are you related to Delilah, by chance?"
yeah, the not by blood, believe it or not. Delilah's my wife.
Your wife. Wait a minute. That means you're Tim, aren't you?
Yes.
He
And you're
shoves you.
Rugar. That's fair.
He goes, "You left my mother. Why did you leave her?"
I honestly, I don't remember. It's been 50 years, and
You
as
don't
you can
even
tell,
remember leaving your wife, leaving my mother? She had to care for me throughout most of this life that I've lived. She had to endure so much loss. Many men tried to go for her, but she refused because she said she wanted to wait for you. I told her it was dumb, but she insisted. Put her into dangerous spots. I had to support mom while you go and do your thing. And you didn't even remember why you left in the first place.
I woke up in a cave 2 weeks ago with no memory of the last 50 years, clearly having not aged. I'm even more lost than you are. The Delilah I knew, though, she was strong. I've never had any doubt in my mind that she wouldn't be able to take care of herself. I can't begin to imagine the the hardships that I have caused you, and I would like to apologize, even though I can't even explain to you what you've suffered. I don't know the extent, but I want you to know that as soon as I could, I came right back to her. I love her more than anything in the world, and if it weren't for her, I wouldn't be here today. I'm sorry.
There's a tense stare down between you and Rugar. The tension is there. All of a sudden, the tension's broken by a pull of both your fishing lines.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's fish. It's fishing time.
Alright. Go ahead and make a general strength check for me.
All right. 21.
21. Alright, I'm gonna roll for Rugar. Nat 20.
Ah!
Both of you pull two large fish. This, ugh. Mine's is clearly bigger.
I don't doubt that.
He 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 grabs his bag, he puts his fish in there, and he says, "Let's see if you're able to cook the fish. Mom always told me you were a decent cook."
It's been a few years, but I think I still got it.
We shall see. And then he begrudgingly shoulders you on the way back down.
All right. Yeah, as we're walking back, I'm just gonna chat with him. You know, some small talk, a few like, "What's your favorite color?" type questions.
You try to ask like those types of simple questions. Some of them he answers, some of them he just flat out ignores.
We take what we can get.
You two get back to the. As you guys are going back, Dalvin, Lavina, obviously you have your moment there. Do you do anything before meeting with Dalvin? Excuse me, meeting with Tim?
No.
No?
Yeah. I think Lavina's just been, at least, not sure if Dalvin's with her, but she's definitely been watching Tim from afar, gauging whether or not Dalvin was right for them to make that question. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
she's just like, she's just really thinking on if they should just leave in the middle of the night. and
I
let
getcha.
Tim be
Oh,
with his family.
Dalvin, yeah, Dalvin's right by her side, just more convinced that he is right.
All right. You
He's
two
like,
event.
yep, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, he's just like nodding his head the entire time. I'm just like,
Okay.
yep, I'm right.
Yeah, Lavina's gonna. I think to like echo his thoughts, she's just gonna put a hand on his shoulder and give it a squeeze.
All right. You guys all meet together at, well, I would say, Delilah's house, aka Tim's family home. Um, Tim, along with Rugar, cooks 3 large fish, freshly made right onto a hot skillet that is by an open flame. And after some brief amount of time, along with the serving of potatoes and whatever greens you guys are able to acquire, you guys all join in this large festive family feast with Rugar, his wife Loren, their 5 children, Tim, and his wife Delilah. One of the kids
For the,
looks, one of the kids looks at you, Lavina, and goes, "Whoa, you're an elf."
I sure am.
I'd never seen an elf before.
Yeah, we don't venture too far out. Do you have any questions? Do you want to?
Why are your ears so pointy?
Well, they just kind of grew that way. Would you like to? Would you like to touch them? And she's gonna like pull her hair back and like lean down.
Okay. Um, this would be Saffron, the youngest, of course. Um, she pulls on your ears a bit. For a little child, this orc baby is a little strong. You're like, oh, that's a little stronger than expected. But you can tell that she's just curious with your ears and is doing it in a playful manner rather than a play manner. But dang, she's a little bit stronger than what she seems.
Yeah, I feel like Lavina's gonna like she like jerks for it a little bit, like kind of over exaggerates this child's strength. She goes, "Wow!" She's like, "You're strong like your dad." She's like, "That's pretty impressive," and she's gonna like offer a high five.
All
She's
right,
like, "I wish I was that strong."
all right. She high fives you. Um, Dalvin, the oldest grandchild, Ajax. He's about in his teens, and he says, "You're a dwarf. They say that you are small, but I thought you'd be smaller. But I respect that you are also strong."
Respect. And he puts his hand out for a handshake.
He does, and he is about equal in strength. You see that he is a young man, but he is equally as strong as you. You
Dalvin's kind of
you got.
stunned. He's trying to like put a brave face on about it.
He says you got a good grip.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You do. Whew. How old are you again?
I'm 14.
Yeah, you got a lot of growing to do.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm planning to
good
get
stock on
bigger.
you. Look.
You see that he takes like an additional
Oh,
piece of like a fish steak and adds it to his plate. All
I'm officially too old for the next generation.
right. um, Delilah then says, "You must be Timothy's friend that accompanied him in his journeys. What stories can you tell of, well, of you and your adventures with my beloved Tim?"
Well, we found. Ever since we found him, all he's been talking about is coming back to you.
Oh, of course, I know that. I knew he would return someday. It took long, but he eventually came back.
the gnome host told us we adventured for many years around the lands. What exactly did he say? Did he say we were solving troubles? He said we were good guys, basically.
Alright, well, as long as you're doing good in the world, that's good. But ever since this weird plague started, a lot of our fellow orc villages were down one by one after another, by these dead creatures. They probably came from that elven island. People who came from that island that weren't elves came onto the shores. They seemed to get sick, but then they're on their way. And then we saw some of our own getting sick and turning into those things. And, well, we had to do some things. And, well, since then, we assured that our shores remain clear, and we haven't had trouble since. There's been occasional food issues and raiders from, well, those bad orcs. You know them, honey. Um, but we've been alright. We were very fortunate enough that the gods still grant us this fortunate land for us. And I would like to thank you two personally for helping my husband back home. And I say that you guys have a place here. If you ever need to stay here for a while or for a long while, there is a place for you here. And I'm one of the elders, so if any other orc gives you trouble, you just tell them to me and I'll set them straight.
Well, we appreciate it. I mean, this is probably the first time that we've ever seen a community like this. I don't see us ever needing to leave anytime soon.
Yeah.
So what happens now? Are you guys gonna live with us? Are you two gonna venture out? What are you gonna do now?
We do have one piece of unfinished business that, if we're successful, will bring an end to the curse that's been plaguing this land for so long. But it's not without risk.
Your wife looks at you with
Well,
some
there's
concern.
time.
She
Well,
said,
don't listen to him. There's time. Just we just got here. He just met you guys. He has a lot of catching up to do. Let's worry about that right now.
she looks at you, Tim, with a stern. She says, "Oh, yes, we do."
Yes, we do. And I'm looking forward to it.
All right. You guys eat a delicious meal. After some short conversations, getting to know Tim's family, dinner's eventually over, and then you Tim, go to Delilah's private quarters. With you, Dalvin and Lavina, you're able to sit and rest amidst like the living space area as like makeshift beds and what have you made. Um, in your private quarters, Tim, Delilah speaks to you. Now, what is this about doing this last quest exactly?
So, to make a long story short, we're we were in search of a rune which has the power to restore a tree, if I call correctly, and restoring this tree will undo the curse upon the land. The issue is we got to do this in the Elven Isles. We got to take this rune that we just finally found up in the Giant Lands. Now that we've got this rune, we have to take it all the way down to the Elven Lands, and then we can write all this. But that's so long and it's so far, and I just found you. I don't know. I don't. It needs to be done. No, like we have the rune. We have to do it. But I've been looking for you for so long.
Give me a second. I'm thinking of dialogue.
Is it just Tim and Delilah? Are
Yes.
they by themselves? Okay.
Yes. But if you want, you can step close to the door if you wish to hear.
No, I wanted to take this opportunity while they went to the private quarters to look at Levine and say we should go now. They said that they blocked off the shore, which means there might be a boat that leads to your island. We can start sailing tonight. Let's go now.
Do you want to leave a note? Do you really? I mean, do we just leave without a word?
Yes, they're probably doing. Well, I mean, like she's older, but like I'm pretty sure they're gonna figure it out. She's gonna have a long night. Is what I'm saying.
Lavina nods, and she's gonna throw on her cloak, hike up her skirt, and grab all her shit. She's like, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Tim. You deserve to have a life.
Alright. As you guys getting pack up to leave at the same time that this conversation's going, Delilah says to you, Tim says, I've been waiting for you to come back. I thought maybe we could, having another man in the household, that you being a grandfather, you being a good role model to Ajax and Orin, making sure that they grew up to be strong orcs. I waited so long for you to come here, but going to the Elven lands is dangerous. No, any person that has tried to go to there has never make it back, and I just don't want to wait just to find out that you're dead. I just don't want that to happen.
I know. I know. And I don't have the rune. Lavina does. So maybe I don't even need to go, but they helped me out of that cave and they helped me to you, and I feel like I owe something to them, but I just found you and I don't want to lose you again. I don't know. I don't know. This isn't in any of the books I read. This is never something I had to study.
She
I
gra-
don't know what to do.
she grabs you by your face and she says, "Look, if you doing this means that our grandkids could have a future where they don't have to worry about any more of these dead things walking around, then." She tears up a bit. She then says, she takes a deep breath. She says, "I guess I could wait a little longer. But you better come back as fast as possible."
You are so strong and so brave, and I love you so much.
And I love you too. Now, I hope you come back. I hope it doesn't take you another 50 years just to come back here.
I promise it won't.
Alright? As you give your wife a kiss, you then begin to exit your private quarters, and you realize that Lavina and Dalvin are nowhere to be seen. You see Rogar finishing cleaning up the place.
They leave?
Yeah, they did. You going?
You'll never forgive me, will you?
Probably not. I did overhear their conversation. Seems important. You're gonna come back this time?
I am.
I hope so. Because if if you don't come back, then I'll ensure that our children, your grandchildren, I'm just gonna tell them that it was just an old friend instead of their grandfather.
And I won't blame you for that. Just know that if I don't come back, I died with honor.
Hmm. Then go. Try to be hero.
We pull this off, we'll be free of all the monsters. We'll be back to the way things were. I don't even know if you know the way things were, but we can make the world right if we succeed. And that's why I'm going. But I will come back.
Very well. My boys Ajax and Orin like you. It would be nice to have you around. And he kind of walks away for a bit, putting away the last plates as he goes up to his quarters.
Before you leave, before I leave, uh, there is something I wanted to give you. It's my journal. It's a record of everything I've done and of every spell I've learned, every memorable quote, every funny story. I hope it means something to you.
He takes the book. He says, takes a deep breath, looks at it. He says, maybe I'll read this to your grandkids one day. But go. If if you don't get there on time, the orc guards may catch you.
Goodbye, son.
Be well, father. Stay safe.
You.
Right? You take your things and you quickly leave, trying to catch up with Lavina and Dalvin. Lavina, Dalvin, you're able to sneak enough to where you're able to acquire a rowboat.
Dom starts rowing furiously.
Alright. As as the darkness begins to fill your immediate seeing space, you do see at the edge of the village a figure running up towards you guys, and you recognize this figure. It's Tim, and it looks like he's trying to catch up with you guys.
Is he too far away to catch up?
I mean, he could probably catch up if he swam harder and faster, but who knows?
Alright. Well, I don't want to do this, so I'm gonna scream out to him, just go be with your wife. She's more important. Trust us. We'll be okay.
Uh,
We love you.
I have to finish this.
Lavina can't stand for them to be separated, so she's gonna use like a non-damaging like elemental shot, like to like freeze the water in front of the boat to
Sure.
stop, to see if she could slow down
You're able to.
Dalvin's rowing. She, as soon as she does it, she's like, "I'm sorry, Dalvin. I'm sorry. I can't."
No. Dalvin takes out his new javelin and looks at it. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to restrain you, buddy.
Let me help
Wait,
you.
I want to say we are on the water. That
No.
ice will not stay for very long. It'll probably just fucking float away.
I know.
How hilarious would it be if I just fucking drowned trying to swim immediately after
Plot twist,
telling
Tim
my
can't
family?
You just met your kid and grandkids. Go spend a week with them and then come find us if you really feel that bad.
Then stay with me. You guys will be long gone in a week. If it can wait, then you can wait with me.
No. We got things to do. You got a family.
Exactly. I got things to do with you. We gotta finish this. Just make sure I
you
get back
have
in one
family.
piece.
No. You have Dalvin throws javelin.
Lavina, you do anything to stop this?
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have anything to without risk of missing it or hitting Tim in the process.
What would you like to do?
I'm not strong. If I catch it, I'll go out of the fucking boat.
Tim is rushing towards, trying to swim toward catch up with you guys. Dalvin's ready to huck this
Please.
javelin.
Stop. Please.
What you doing?
I guess Lavina's gonna try and just grab Dalvin's hand and like just throw his aim off even a little bit if he's trying. Dalvin, don't do this.
Okay,
If
Lavina's...
you hurt him, he's still gonna miss his family.
We can't take him away from that.
Dalvin, do you still wish to toss the javelin?
Would I
Maybe
risk
it's not strong.
losing it if I miss?
It's It's up to you. What do you want to do? Lavina's trying to stop in front of you, trying to get in front of you, trying to mess with your aim.
Why? Why can't we just get a clean break? Ooh. Yeah, I'll stop.
All right. It seems that Dalvin has calmed down from tossing the javelin, and as soon as he calms down, Tim puts himself on the rowboat.
Thank you. I know this isn't easy for any
Don't
of
thank
us.
me.
All right.
I can't go and return with a quest unfulfilled. That's even worse than never
Your
coming back.
quest was to come see your wife. We fulfilled your quest.
Well, now we have to save the world. And then I'll have all the time I need.
I don't think that's how it's gonna work, unfortunately, man.
Well, let's make this quick then.
All right. You guys row the rowboat. Once it gets dark enough for you guys to barely see, I'm assuming, Lavina, you have the create light spell.
Yes.
Right? Eventually, if it once it gets dark, you do the create light spell as Dalvin's continuously rowing. Dalvin, you continuously row the boat, occasionally taking turns with Tim, rowing towards the middle isles. The sun is slowly rising, and you see at the distance, Lavina, your former home, the Elven Islands. They are just within reach. As you quickly approach the islands, you notice some changes. You notice that this once lush, bright green, colorful forests that once are seen throughout all sides are now darkened a bit. It's more gray scale. Not dying necessarily, but more of a darker greenish tone, as if something corrupt has happened. The foliage, which was once bright with beautiful colors, is now nothing more than dead flowers and gray, pale weeds that are now grown along the shores of the beaches. After a few more hours of rowing, you guys put the rowboat onto the beach, set the rowboat aside, secured it, and now, Lavina, for it's been a long time since you went back to the Isles. I would say that your act of coming here would defy elven customs to the maximum. And you're surprised to find out that there is no one here that would stop you, question you on why you re-entered. You get the feeling that something is amiss. Definitely amiss. It seems whatever plague or whatever event that has affected the land that you've been walking to, it has reached the Elven Isles.
Like like as we dock the boat and the boys get off, you see Lavina, she definitely is hesitating to even step foot on the land. And when she does, that tension that was there fighting between Dalvin and Tim just increases tenfold. A look of immediate concern kind of fills her face. Where are the guards? Where are the runes, the protections? This I figured the Isles wouldn't go unaffected, but we are a strong folk. And me being here is a crime in of itself. They must have just retreated further in. Or I fear they've been wiped away. She's gonna, I guess, take the lead. Step off the boat and, keep her light casted and hold it out in front of her.
Okay.
We go this way.
And we will take the boat back.
We're already here.
Yeah, We should return the boat. This is my people's boat.
How are we gonna get off the Isles without it?
Well, we
Fair
save
point.
the world, then your people will help us get off the island. We don't, then we don't need a boat.
I mean, either way, we owe my village a boat.
How would you want to? We spent hours rowing. How are we gonna get it back without one of us leaving
I
the
think
group?
Dalvin's saying a larger boat,
Oh,
a different boat.
I see. I see. I see. I see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry, that was Ness being fucking dumb,
It's all
not
good.
Lavina.
It's all good. It's all good. As you guys begin to slowly walk towards the forests, how are you approaching it? Are you keeping it slow, being a little stealthy? Are you just going at a regular pace, or are you quickly going into it?
I think Lavina definitely has some hesitation to her step. She's like keeping the light a little muted, but is like
Yeah.
that we've made it this far. Like,
Yep.
and Dalvin's made it clear that he is not a stealthy man.
I getcha. As you guys are embarking on this journey into the Isles, the sun is slow. Well, whatever equivalent of the sun in this gray world, um, begins to brighten the sky a bit. I want everyone to make perception checks.
Well, I'm not very perceptive, but I am somewhat eptive.
Ooh,
4.
6.
Oof. Dalvin.
13.
Dalvin, you're the only one that sees this. The DC was a 10. You, as you are approaching at a regular pace, you look around trying to find the surroundings. Amidst this like darkest foliage that you're able to see, you see as the sky begins to brighten a winged beast that you could see past the tree canopies above you. A large creature, a large winged beast, almost reptilian like. You are a dwarf. You know the history of this beast often too well, as you see what seems like to be a silhouette of a dragon flying deeper and deeper into the forest in which you guys are currently traversing in. And that's where we're going to end the session.
What?
The,
Hence.
the next session shall be the season finale of Dead Realm Season 3. Our heroes have made it this far. Will they succeed in their goals? What troubles await them as they try to end this curse? Guess we'll find out next time on the season finale of Dead Realm Season 3. We'll see you guys later.
See y'all next time.
Good night.